So a person sent into social media and started talking about a P&O cruise that was out there that was, well, they were very offended. And they were very offended because of a bingo card. Okay, I understand what you're thinking to me is, hey Don, who can possibly be offended by B4? Okay, those aren't the bingo cards I'm talking about. I'm talking about those cards that people make up and fill in the squares and put what they want in those squares. So for instance, when people were going on the ultimate world cruise with Royal Caribbean, some people made up bingo cards about a person will pass away on a cruise ship. There will be a fight on a cruise ship. There will be a breakup on the cruise ship. We will miss a port on the cruise ship. We will go through a storm, those kind of things. And they played themselves a bingo card and they filled it out as the cruise went along. Well, somebody printed out a bunch of bingo cards and started putting in places like in people's shelves outside their door, like where the mail would go, where the pamphlets would go, where your advertisements would go, all that stuff. They put them in like junk mail, put it in there for people, and hid them in various locations around the ship. And there were categories in there that were, how many fat people would you see? Okay, I'm in there. I guess you'd count me. So, but they were insulting kind of fellow passengers and they got really insulted, and they went to the customer service and said here, and the customer service acknowledged them. But in reality, what really can they do about it, right? To try and maybe track them down on who's doing this with a camera, with their video surveillance, I guess they could try and do something. But then what would you do to the person handing out something that's not really literature or hate speech or anything? A lot of people would consider it a joke. They could just ask the person not to do it, I guess. You couldn't kick them off the ship for doing it. There's nothing illegal saying you can do it. There was nothing on the bingo card that directly went to somebody saying that you're this or you're that, right? Or any language in it saying, there are too many of this type of person on the cruise ship, if you know what I mean. Being racist or sexist or homophobic or anything like that. There was nothing like that on those bingo cards. It was just like how many people are seasick and things along those lines. And I've searched a few of them out there online, and I found a bingo card that came up with, columns like family reunion T-shirts. Did you see anybody all dressed the same? Celebrity lookalike, somebody who would look like a celebrity to you. Person who's far too drunk. Person whose plate in the buffet is overflowing. Did you see a ship officer? Did you see a dad bod? A too revealing swimsuit on a man, a too revealing swimsuit on a woman. Somebody mentioned Titanic. Those type of things in a bingo card. And myself, I think that's kind of harmless, right? I wouldn't get offended by it. I don't offend easy. Obviously, read the comments I get sometimes. I honestly don't get offended very, very easy. And something like this, I think the person who did it obviously thought they were being a little edgy, perhaps in their wording of things, and could have been a little more politically correct. But I think they meant it as fun and just like hiding the cruise ship ducks on a cruise ship. It's not meant to harm anybody. They're not doing it to attack anybody or anything like that. They're just doing it as a fun hobby, a fun thing that they think maybe others might enjoy doing. And so, have you ever participated in a cruise bingo card, if you will? Have you ever made a bingo card for anything? I know I've seen bingo cards. What's going to happen in the next Star Wars movie? This kind of stuff. I don't see a lot of harm in it. And I really don't see a lot of reason to be insulted by it. Just take it at what it is. It was meant to be a joke. Was it too edgy? Maybe. But I mean, to complain to customer service that you found this bingo card? I don't know. I mean, is that really what's going to ruin your entire cruise?